Previously on 2 Up and Overloaded, we tried to renew our visas in Yogyakarta, Indonesia, but we found out the bad news.
They were going to take our passports for 12 days.
12 days!
That's like 2 baker dozens.
It's like 1 dozen that's not a baker's dozen,
Yeah.
but yeah, that was a long time. You were way off. So we had to figure out what we were going to be doing in the meantime. We had just seen the Ramayana ballet. It was our anniversary. It was an awesome, awesome evening. But we were going to be in Yogyakarta for 12 days. So Tim kind of created this little surprise for me on something else to see, a hidden treasure of Yogyakarta. We'd found a really great hotel to stay at.
And we even moved down up. We went from the first floor to the second floor, the VIP room, because we were now getting used to VIP status.
Yeah. So we wake up the next day and we had a lovely breakfast, as we did every day at this hotel. And you were getting ready to take me to this surprise.
Yeah.
We started walking down the street. Apparently it is within walking distance from the hotel.
Except that we were in Indonesia and we quickly realized that, like the atmosphere of Mars and Indonesia, they're kind of similar.
That's my house.
So we got a special little ride. There's an app called Grab that is kind of like Uber and they'll come and get you. But there's the natural way of getting picked up, which are these little dudes on these little rickshaws.
Yeah, it's like a little motorcycle with kind of a human basket area connected to the front.
We were kind of like E.T. They're unique. They're loud.
They are, yes. They don't go very fast at all.
They do not, and they're very narrow.
Yeah, they're not really made for 2 people.
I think
or at least
3 Indonesian people can fit side by side, but 2 Americans,
it's difficult.
We both have birthing hips, apparently. But we squeezed in, and we took off towards my little surprise. And this is the story of what we discovered there. Hey everyone, nice to have you here. We are Tim
and Marissa, no tear.
I ride in the front
and I'm in the rear.
We travel the world and we pack too much gear.
Oh, all the places we'll go.
Through rain and through sleet and through mud and through snow.
Oh, all the things we'll see.
We've been to a country or 2
or 3. Oh, all the fun we've had.
You along would make us real glad.
So give us a like and
Hit subscribe to join us along our epic ride.
Amazing. This is just down the street from our hotel. Actually, there's tons of temples down the street from our hotel, but wow, this is cool. This temple that Tim took me to was amazing. It was called Candi Plausan.
Yes, and it was in honor and for, designed by, brought to you by a woman.
The history behind this temple is super, super interesting because it is all based around one woman who did incredible things. So Candi Plausan is a Buddhist temple complex from the mid-800s.
The 850s, you might say.
It was the 850s, yes, it was. Yeah. It has a very awesome significance to us in that moment in time because we had just seen Borobudur, the largest Buddhist temple on earth, and Prambanan, which is not that far away, and it's an incredible Hindu temple site. They were both built around the same time, and they both had relations to this temple, Candi Plausan. The kingdoms that built these two were rivaling kingdoms with different religions, but Plausan Temple was built in celebration of the political reconciliation of the Buddhist Sailendra dynasties and the Hindu Sanjaya dynasties. It was a merging of religions and cultures, and it was all due to one woman. According to the inscriptions along it, Plausan was built by Sri Kahalunan, or Pramodawardhani. I hope I got that right. It sounded good, right?
Nailed it, yeah. I couldn't say it any better.
She was the daughter of King Samaratunga, who was a descendant of the Sailendra dynasty, and she married Rakai Pikatan, the prince of the Sanjaya dynasty, and became his queen consort. It's really interesting because this whole temple of Candi Plausan was built by her and for this woman who was the queen of the region and who combined the Buddhist side of things with the Hindu side by marrying the prince of the Hindu kingdom.
Get all that? Bam. I'm walking around ignorantly liking everything. It was really pretty. You'd walk through this doorway with like this big old Chester cat above it. There's no like artificial lighting in there, so you walk in and it's real dark and then your eyes kind of have to adjust. It was just really, really cool, you know? I mean, it would have been awesome if like at the front they gave you like a little candle to like go in with or something.
Yeah, oh, that would be so cool. The mustiness of inside of it.
It's just really nice to breathe in kind of like this damp air and look at this ancient statues and symbols of apparently this, you know, wonderful woman that, you know, united kingdoms.
Absolutely.
Like what's her name from Game of Thrones but didn't go crazy?
Khaleesi.
Khaleesi.
She's like Khaleesi.
Yeah, the uncrazy Khaleesi.
Yes.
I'm not going to turn this channel into ancient aliens. What the hell is that? That's a UFO. There were no beach umbrellas back then, folks. That's a UFO.
There are two main huge temples in Candi Plausan. So this queen, I'm not going to try to say her name again, she's credited with the inauguration of Borobudur and also the creation of certain temples in Prambanan, including Candi Sewu, which is the Buddhist temple at the very, very end that we just absolutely adored. She is super significant. I mean, she is responsible.
The Cleopatra of the Indonesians,
Yeah, she really is. And according to the local legend, Loro Jonggrong, the statue of Durga at Prambanan, do you remember that statue?
Yeah.
So beautiful. She's the consort to the god Shiva. She was carved, according to the legend, in the model and shape and likeness
you
of
might even want to use
this
the word
queen.
Bust. Yeah.
Yes.
Of this very respected queen that united the kingdoms.
She was beautiful.
She was.
I think we can all agree. Ow, ow, ow. Hot stones. Ouch, 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 ouch. So I found an example of the old Javanese script that is written on the temple here. Look how beautiful it is. They have since given up that script and use a Western alphabet, so that makes Bahasa Indonesian extremely easy for us to read. But the original script was beautiful, beautiful.
And that's where walking around these two main temples that were beautiful and awesome, and then of course, you know, there's a bunch of rubble of smaller temples that had been built that the earth had shaken back down. But way like left field over here, there was like this raised up platform.
It was like a plaza or like a stage almost.
Yeah.
and it had these statues all the way around it.
It was really cool, and each statue
So
was in its
awesome.
own little pose. It had a perfect setting for like a Jack Johnson concert or something.
Yeah, it really was. And I can't believe they built this in the 800s. I mean, it looked like something that someone would want to make for a modern day kind of public plaza area.
Yeah.
But these statues were so old and so detailed. They were beautiful. And every single one of them was a little bit different.
Yeah, there's no body shaming. Some of them
No.
were big old dudes, some were skinny. They're all in a little unique pose. They had the ones that still had heads, had different hairdos.
Hairstyles,
Yeah. Like who really represented this council, right? It's like
Yeah.
in an old movie where you're gonna be like given a task by these great people to save the world. But
Yeah.
they're all looking down at you, and maybe it was like in honor of all the modern day or the post day patrons.
Oh, yeah.
It was brought to you by
patrons.
Yeah.
That was an awesome, awesome spot. And we had it all to ourselves.
Yes, we did. We actually went there the first day and absorbed it all in, and then the next day, it's a beautiful area, and I was like, let's go back. I don't
go
think
back.
we discovered every little nook and cranny, so we ended up taking a little walk there this time.
That's right. We used our own 2 feet as transport.
This is true.
And that's why you can tell that some of the pictures have a certain shirt on and the other ones have a different shirt on, because we didn't just change shirts in the middle of the
Even
day.
though that's quite necessary.
It is necessary.
Anytime we go anywhere, as soon as we
Probably
get back,
should.
we need to get the sweaty clothing off.
And the temples are built in this very unique architectural style that is not like Borobudur and not like Prambanan at all. In fact, they used to have 2 stories for each, but I think the second story was built out of wood, so all of that is gone. But they know that they had 2 stories, and they have different rooms on each level, which
Yeah.
is also really, really cool, with windows.
So after a couple days of fully appreciating the little temples around us, we want to thank our own temple of Moto,
Yes.
that had helped us, kind of get our roots together there while we were waiting for our passports.
And if you don't know what Temple of Moto is, they are a motorcycle tour company that goes all over beautiful sites across the United States and in other countries in the world. But
Plan
they
it
have-
all out for you. They have amazing rides. We were
Yeah.
lucky enough to go with them through Yellowstone.
Yes.
And then you sleep in these amazing accommodations.
That's the thing. Their accommodations are unbelievable. You really have to check them out at templeofmoto.com. Back at the hotel, we were hoping for our visas to get ready, working on videos.
Yep.
It was such a great place to hang out. But then something really, really crazy happened.
Yeah.
It was the middle of the night and an earthquake struck. Okay, so we just had an earthquake here. But that will all be in the next episode. So I hope you liked this one. If you did, please give us a big thumbs up and hit the subscribe button below. Ding ding! And we'll be seeing you next time.
Stay safe, everybody.
Bye!
Peace. We want to give a huge shout out and thank you to all of our patrons.
Yes.
We are so grateful that you help us get to some of these amazing places. We really hope that you're enjoying the ride along with us. And for as little as $1 a month, you can see these videos early, get sneak
That's right.
peeks, ad free, and get some postcards from us from around the world. So
Very, very true.
check it out in the link below. And then the one temple, I think it was a female temple, all the statues were gone. And there was a UFO though, so I think I might know what happened to all
was.
these little hot figurines of 850s women.